My mom always said that the Jews and the Irish had an affinity. Not only the corned beef, not only the guilt, not only the history of persecution, it was also that we both believed, as they said of Scaramouche, that we were born with the gift of laughter and a sense that the world was mad. They had a saying about the old Lion's Head Saloon in Greenwich Village, but I think it can be also applied to the New York Times. It is the place where the Jews drink like Irish and the Irish think like Jews. I met the glorious, glamorous Gelbs when I came to the Times, and they made my life so much richer, as they have the lives of everyone who was lucky enough to meet them, the luck of the Irish. More than anyone else I know, Barbara and Arthur Gelb deserve the Spirit of Ireland Award because for 55 years, they have lived inside the head of Eugene O'Neil. And that is a very scary place to be. Better to go down upon your bone marrow, as Yeats said. One lovely morning in 1946, when Arthur was 20, he ventured forth from his Irish-Jewish neighborhood in the Bronx, took the subway down to his job as a news assistant at the Times, spied a newly hired copy girl with reddish hair and smiling eyes, and, assuming it was a fine Irish lass, fell madly in love with her on the spot. Only later, after he had dragged her into their long day's journey into night, did he learn that she was Jewish too. Aside from a few little side projects, like Arthur managing the Times, and Barbara writing the biography of John Reed and Louise Bryant, they have spent the last half-century locked inside the psyche of the strangest genius our people have ever produced. This week marks the 50th anniversary of their first seminal brilliant biography, O'Neil, written in blood and tears, published by Harper and Brothers. It was 970 pages and had a weight of 2 pounds, 14 ounces. At $10, it was the most expensive book ever to hit the bestseller list. And it was among the first 100 books selected by President Kennedy soon after his election for the new White House Library. Their second O'Neil biography, Life with Monte Cristo, a mere 758 pages, was published in 2002. And their final O'Neil biography, By Women Possessed, will, God willing, as Arthur says, be published by Putnam at year's end. They have lectured widely on O'Neil, including at Trinity College, where they came away feeling like honorary Irishmen. It's been an epic achievement, and somehow, unlike Eugene O'Neil characters, they did not slide into disillusionment and despair. O'Neil said that he wanted from a theater audience, what O'Neil said he wanted from a theater audience was the exultant feeling that came from seeing someone on stage facing life, fighting against eternal odds, not conquering, but perhaps inevitably being conquered. The individual life is made significant, O'Neil said, just by that struggle. Barbara and Arthur, you have made our lives more significant by your magnificent literary struggle. I'm very proud to present the Irish Spirit Award to my favorite Irish cousins, the Gelbs.
I just want to say, you don't have to be Irish to understand and appreciate O'Neil. After all, the person who was most sensitive to his genius and whose productions of The Iceman Cometh and Long Day's Journey into Night were responsible for the O'Neil Renaissance, was Jose Quintero, a Panamanian. But I will confess that if I hadn't been born Jewish, I know what my first choice would have been, and I'm thrilled to be here as an honorary Irish person. Thank you.
We're always asked why we have spent so many decades researching Eugene O'Neil. And the answer comes from other great dramatists. Sean O'Casey said he was an eagle soaring in the upper skies. Tennessee Williams said he gave birth to the American theater and died for it. Arthur Miller said he was God's great wrestler. And Tony Kushner, the upstart now, calls O'Neil America's Shakespeare. So Maureen, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Patricia. And thank you.